welcome back to the Trust Your Worth podcast, the podcast that helps you tap in to the power of knowing your worth. My name is Brittany, and thank you for being here today. Last week, we talked about when you feel like you don't matter, and if you're feeling super down and you just need some extra love or you need to pick me up, listen to that episode. It was episode 29 of season 2, and I hope that it helps you to feel loved because you're so loved. Today I'm going to be talking about the unnecessary clock of this timeline where you feel like you have to have everything figured out, or when you feel like you are behind. So if you feel like you are behind, this one's for you. And the secret is you're not. No one's behind. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, I've felt this way a million times. And I'm sure many of you have too, because aren't we all humans? But I have thought this to myself many, many times. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Or why do I feel so behind? Everybody's living their dreams and I'm still stuck doing the same stuff that I did last year and the year before. I haven't changed. Why am I still stuck here? Well, the truth is you have changed. The only thing constant is changed, and that I promise you that it is never too late to just begin, to just start. And I think starting is the hardest part, really. And once you get into it, whatever your dream is or whatever you're trying to accomplish, yes, getting over that first initial fear of like, what if I start and I'm bad at it? Or what if I start and it's too hard? What if I start, what if, blah, 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 gross. None of that. So today I want to give you some examples of people who started too late and yet became successes and ended up living their dream lives. That proof that it is never too late to do what you want to do. The person I can think of off the top of my head is Harrison Ford, who starred in Star Wars at the age of 30. Before that, he was a carpenter. And he kind of, just got his break at 30. Another one. I will post this link as a reminder for y'all. Betty White. Know her? She didn't become an icon until she joined the Mary Tyler Moore Show at the age of 51. Never too late. Toni Morrison published her first novel at the age of 39 and went on to win the Nobel Prize in Literature at the age of 62. Wow. Amazing. Julia Child. So most of you probably know that Meryl Streep movie that's about her, where she talks like ostentatious like this and cooks things. Amy Adams was also in that movie. Oh my gosh, I don't remember what it's called. If you know what it's called, write it in the comments. But Julia Child worked in advertising and media before writing her first cookbook when she was 50 years old, launching her career as a celebrity chef. Okay, this one's frustrating because women in film, we need to be supporting them. The cinematographer of Sinners was like literally one of the first female cinematographers to ever shoot in IMAX, which is like crazy. We've had IMAX around for a long time. It shouldn't be happening just now in 2025. Along with Catherine Bigelow, who was a filmmaker for quite a while, but she did not win an Academy Award until the age of 57 for the movie The Hurt Locker. That's crazy. That's forever late. Ugh. Let's see. Peggy Chang co-founded Panda Express at the age of 36. I'm 37. That's one you're younger than me. So she co-founded Panda Express. She became CEO when she was 50. And now the company is valued at $3 billion. That's amazing, Peggy. Good for you. But Most people think life ends at 36, but in your 30s, I'm having a blast in my 30s. Honestly, I've never lived until I was in my 30s. I feel like I did a lot of crazy stuff when I was younger. And now that I'm older, I feel like I'm really enjoying my life. Because back then, I feel like I was driven by fear and like trying to fit in. So there are definitely some things I didn't want to do that I kind of did anyways. Because I wanted to be perceived a certain way. But don't get me wrong, I've had awesome life. Like I got to dance, I got to play volleyball. Anyways, back to how it's never too late. Okay, Vera Wang, very famous designer. Oh, I didn't know this. She was an editor at Vogue for 17 years. So she was around fashion, but she didn't start designing her dresses until she was 40. And today she's just like one of the top designers, especially for wedding dresses. Like when I was growing up and in high school, like all you would hear about is like, oh, I need that Vera Wang dress. It was only Vera Wang who was in style back then. If I were to name designers, she'd probably be the only one I know. Do I know any other designers by name? No, just Vera Wang. Okay, Lisa Price founded Carol's Daughter, a natural beauty products company, at the age of 42 in her kitchen. In her kitchen. Dreams can start anywhere. That's so awesome. Her brand grew into a multi-million-dollar business and was later acquired by a little well-known company known as L'Oreal. That's awesome. Good for you, Lisa. Okay, Sheila Johnson co-founded Black Entertainment Network when she was 31 years old. Viacom bought it for $3 billion. Excuse me, $3 billion. That's so much money. In 2001, when she was 52. Dang. So things take time. Things worth doing take time. I don't know about you. Like when I think of a beautiful flower growing, you cannot rush that thing or it'll come out wrong. You'll mess it up. Like it won't grow as well as it could. It's going to take as much time as it's going to take. But also it is never too late. Like if you have a dream and you want to go after it, these women are proving that it's never too late. Oh, I'm sorry if I get this wrong. Zhiying Zhang is a Chinese-Chilean table tennis player. She made her Olympic debut for Chile at the age of 58. Almost 4 decades after she missed out on being selected to represent China in the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics. She never gave up. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. She made it to the Olympics at age 58. That's so cool. That's almost my mom's age. That's amazing. Good for you, girl. Linda Weinman co-founded lynda.com, an online learning platform. I remember when this came out. I was in college, so I was probably like 17 a while ago. Became a leading sire for professional development and was eventually sold to LinkedIn for $1.5 billion. Wow, these are huge. When she was in her late 50s. So, again, in her 50s. That's amazing. This is from the female quotient. That's why they're all amazing women. But never too late, you guys. I think Tina Fey was also 30 when she sold 30 Rock or like started that show. Ricky Gervais was 37 when he started The Office, which later became a global phenomenon thanks to the American one. I haven't seen The Paper. I'm excited to watch it. But still, he created this empire starting at the age of 37. So before that, he was in radio. And I'm pretty sure he got let go or just felt unfulfilled at his job. And then was like, yeah, I'm going to try comedy. And he's really funny. I'm so glad that he did it because we have The Office now, thanks to Ricky. 37. Yeah, I'm 37 now. I started my podcast last year when I was 36. So just starting to live my dreams. I'm still going after it and I am fighting for it. And I hope by the time I'm 40, you're going to be listening to this and being like, Brittany said when she was 40, her podcasting dreams would come true, that she'd be doing this as a full-time career. So that's kind of the goal. Thanks for listening and helping to make my dreams come true. I totally know that it's never too late to start. And you know what? I'm so glad that I was able to start this kind of later because I feel like I have a lot more life and can have more skills. I don't know if I would be as dedicated to this if I was in my 20s. I know I wouldn't, because when I was in my 20s, all I did was dancing. All I wanted to do was be with my friends. So I barely even did school. Like, not really. Sorry, mom and dad. I was just having so much fun just hanging out with people. And now that I'm working, I've been able to prioritize my time a lot better because I have better skill sets. I'm just better at it now. It's never too late. So you have no reason to feel like you're behind. You can restart at any age, anytime you want to. You can reinvent yourself. That's what's so cool about life, is you don't have to be the person that you were yesterday. Oh, it's so exciting. We get to wake up fresh and create a new day. And the cool thing is, like, whether that day was good, and sometimes this is comforting to me too, that if a day is bad, I never have to live that day again. Thankfully. But also, if a day is good, I can remember it and look back on it with fondness, knowing that, tomorrow I can try again to make a good day, that we get a reset. There is no timeline. You're not behind. According to who? Society? For what? According to people who judge you? You don't need them. You do you. You create the life that you want. And if something feels out of alignment, the cool thing is you can go put it in alignment. You can go fix it and make the changes that you want to. And when it comes to healing, I think this is so important to remember that there also is no timeline. You're not behind, especially if you've been through a fresh breakup and it feels like, I'm behind, like my ex is already dating someone and I'm not. And it can feel like you are behind, or like they didn't love you. But no, they're just coping in different ways. Their healing journey has nothing to do with your healing journey. So do not feel like you're behind in any way. Like I said, like the flower, it's gonna take as much time as it's gonna take. So I hope you remember that you are not behind. There is no timeline. Nobody's putting it on you. Okay? We're putting this pressure on ourselves to be something, and again, it's just gonna take however long it's gonna take. When I think of my weight loss journey, it's been fluctuating up and down, and I've been struggling and getting back and forth and doing really great things and then really falling off. So am I still on this train? Yes, because I know my goal, but I'm still trying to reach towards it. And is it taking longer than I thought? Yes, but do I feel behind? No, not really, because I can't fix this in a day. It's going to take time. Anything worth having is going to take time. So please be patient, especially with yourself. And please know that you are not behind. Okay. Most times when you feel behind, it's because you're measuring your success based on outward validation. Try and remember to validate yourself and to not seek that outward validation, especially in this, because I feel like the reason a lot of times we feel behind is because we're comparing. Don't compare. You're not behind. It's your own timeline. Nobody else is involved. It might be you versus you. And yes, you might be frustrated with yourself because it feels like you're not making progress, but I promise you are. If you actually sat down and were honest with yourself and looked at your life and thought like, hey, actually, I did make progress. I am moving forward. I'm so different than I was a year ago. Think about who you were a year ago. You're not that person anymore. And that's so exciting. Okay? So your worth work this week is going to help you to not feel behind. So I want you to pick a goal. Anything. It can be big, it can be small. Just a goal. And you have to do one thing every day to move towards that goal. So it doesn't have to be the same thing every day, but it has to be one thing every day. So we're just touching in with that goal, checking in on it once a day. So for example, for me, my goal this week is to get everything done that I need for my hygiene license, because I have to reapply every year. We have to be continually educated. So there are a couple courses that I need to finish. So I'm going to do one thing every day. So tonight, I'll probably do a quick 1 credit CE course online. And then tomorrow I have to input my CPR. So things like that. There's specific things I can do every day to accomplish this goal of getting my application fully ready to submit. So I'm gathering all the information this week, and by the end of this week, I will submit my application. So that is just an example. Hopefully that gives you some inspiration. Try to be specific, but again, we're just touching this goal. And I hope that helps you to not feel behind, because action is going to take away that fear. I hope you have such a great time this week. As always, you can find me at trustyourworth.com, on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok at Trust Your Worth Podcast. And if you want to follow my fun stuff, I am still in the trenches of the Summer I Turned Pretty season 3. So I'm trying to release those recently. You can follow me at Brittany L. So that's BritneyElle. If no one has told you today, you are not behind. Okay? And don't forget to trust your worth. Okay, love you. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.